Let's go, baby. Let's go. Good for every individual who voted on the Heisman Trophy and gave it to Jayden Daniels, because he is your Heisman Trophy winner, and this is 1,000,000% the right decision for a number of reasons. Anyone who turned on a college football game this past season and watched LSU play, it was very noticeable that Jayden Daniels is in fact him, and now he is Heisman him. So good for them. All right, so we'll break this down here right now. First things first, though, make sure you're subscribed to the On3 YouTube channel. LSU fans, had a lot of y'all join the party recently. If you have not yet subscribed, welcome. We talk ball every single day. So subscribe here. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JD Piquel to let me know what you think about Jayden Daniels winning the Heisman. Appreciate you in advance for that. Again, this is absolutely the right decision. This is absolutely who should have won this award. Because look at what the Heisman Trophy is given for. It is given to, and this is per the Heisman Trophy, the most outstanding player in college football. Not the most outstanding player on the best team, not the player that put up the best numbers, not the player that had the biggest moment. We understand a lot of that still factors into the Heisman Trophy, but I'm just saying all together, maybe some of those, account for being the most outstanding player, and we'll talk about a couple of those here in a second. But this, I was nervous this will be a team award, right? Because LSU, it's no secret, they went 9-3. Okay, they never played for a conference title. They had they had the most losses out of any of the other nominees, with Oregon, Washington, Ohio State players also being in the mix with Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, and Marvin Harrison Jr. But we understand now, Jayden Daniels winning this award, given on his individual performance, is what this award was given for and why he won it. And you look at the numbers, man, like men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And Jayden Daniels did numbers like Good Will Hunting. 50 total touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, ran for over 1,000, threw for darn near 4,000. Caleb Williams, with what he did last season, extremely impressive. Deserved the Heisman Trophy last year. Jayden Daniels blew those numbers, from my estimation, for the most part, out of the water when you take the entire body of work through the regular season. So the numbers, they don't lie. That'll tell you exactly what was supposed to happen given this award. Jayden Daniels also had more touchdowns and more yards than both Penix and Bo Nix. That's not throwing shade at those guys. I just want to reiterate and bring this conversation back to who won it. There is no wiggle room here in my mind for who should win the Heisman Trophy and who did win the Heisman Trophy. Jayden Daniels, right? So there's the numbers part of it. There's also just the straight up watching ball part of it, right? Eye test is kind of a dirty word these days, given the way the college football playoff rankings shook out. But let's be real now. You turn on a game any Saturday afternoon and you see LSU playing. It is noticeable from the very first snap who the best player on the field is. And it's one thing for it to be that way one Saturday. Oh, they were playing school X. I don't want to throw shade at any school, so we're not going to do that right now. Oh, they were playing a lesser opponent. Good for them. Good for Jayden Daniels. He's coming along nicely. That was maybe how some of y'all felt early on in the season. But then we kept on going through the season, and we kept seeing LSU, we kept seeing Jayden Daniels be the best player on the field at all times. Even in defeat, he was the best player on the field at all times. Right? I don't think that's really up for debate. As good as Jackson Dart is, as good as Keon Coleman is, as good as Jalen Milroe is. Again, I'm not trying to lend strays anywhere. I'm just saying right now, we could understand by watching the games, number 5 jumps off the page, jumps off the screen. All right? So he is that good. And given what this award is given for, I'm very encouraged that he was the one to win it. So here's the main argument people will make against Jayden Daniels receiving this Heisman Trophy tonight. The main argument will be, well, he didn't play on a team that was considered to be the best. And historically, more often than not, it goes to a player who is the best player on the best team. And I think, like most narratives, they're founded with a good intention. I think the thought behind that originally was, well, the best team must be the best team because they have the best player. So it started out as a good thing, but we got further and further into this Heisman voting situation, and it became a thing where we weren't even considering players that weren't on the best team, right? And this isn't groundbreaking stuff for Jayden Daniels to win it on a 9-3 team. I just mean there's been a lot of times throughout the course of modern college football history where guys that have put tremendous individual performances throughout the course of a season on their resume and been left out of the Heisman Trophy. I mean, left out of the even ceremony to begin with. So Jayden Daniels, his impact, I think, is really what it comes down to. Like going back to that thought, best player, best team. They must be the best team because of the best player. So we're trying to break down impact there with that train of thought. Jayden Daniels, if you took him off LSU, I think they're probably a 7-win football team. That's not to throw shade at LSU. It's not to throw shade at the defense. I just think it speaks volumes to why Jayden Daniels is who he is and why they've been as successful as they have this season. And I think, again, it goes back to impact. Jayden Daniels checks that box emphatically. Encouraged to see the good people that are in charge of the voting take care of Jayden Daniels in this fashion. So let's broaden the scope a little bit here. What does it mean for LSU? That's kind of a fun question you get to ask now if you're a Tiger fan. Because from where I'm standing, Jayden Daniels winning the Heisman Trophy, that's now a pretty nice tool when it comes to recruiting. Whether it be the transfer portal by nature of how you got Jayden Daniels to Baton Rouge in the first place, or whether it be at the high school level. Because you look at Jayden Daniels and his progress from year 1 to year 2 under Mike Denbrock and Brian Kelly, I think it tells a story as to why I would go to LSU if I'm a quarterback. Because from year 1 to year 2, added about 25 touchdowns, no big deal. Added right around 1,000 yards passing, no problem. That's called progression. That's called growth, which he was able to achieve under this staff in Baton Rouge. You can now say, hey, if you want to come and be a part of what we're doing here as a quarterback, look at what we did with Jayden Daniels. Look at where he ended up at the end of his time here. Come be a part of this, and you have a chance to do the same thing. Just optically, you have a chance, I think, to now really be competitive if you weren't already recruiting some of the top signal callers in the country. Again, via the portal or via the high school level. Cherry on top now, I understand it's a different staff, but optically, I think LSU looks a lot more like a quarterback destination. Because in a lot of these kids' minds, like they remember Joe Burrow. They remember that magical run that 2019 LSU took us all on. They definitely remember that. So that's in their mind as LSU kind of being, okay, a little bit more of an offensive school. And then also you add in Jayden Daniels and his Heisman run. You're like, okay, I got 2 Heisman winners playing quarterback from LSU that come to mind right off the jump when I think about Baton Rouge, when I think about going to play there. I think that helps. I think you can package that. I know it was a different staff, but I think you can also kind of group that in there and market that and go get top talent, which obviously is what wins at the end of the day. So Jayden Daniels winning the Heisman. We feel passionate about this. We would have felt passionate about this if he had not won the Heisman even before the conference title games were played. Zero shade to anybody else in college football. Zero. None. Tons of great seasons that deserve recognition. They deserve awards, but Jayden Daniels deserves this award. He deserves the Heisman, and we're very encouraged that he won it. So make sure you're subscribed right here. Talking ball every single day right here on the Hard Count on this platform, the On3 YouTube channel. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of the Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.